Okay, everyone, I got a lot to get through, so I'm going to try to go fast. Side effects. Yes, the second week of the cycle is the worst. Added complication as I caught something, a cough, cold, fever, probably from someone bringing it in during Christmas holiday. You can hear it in my voice. It made the week even worse. The typical heavy, tired, fatigued Monday, Tuesday sleeping was, exaggerated. The point of sleeping 18 hours of the 24 of Monday, essentially just getting up later, 10 o'clock for breakfast, back to sleep. 2 o'clock for lunch, back to sleep. And out by 8, and my body was happy with that. So you let it do its thing. Tuesday started the exact same way, but by mid-afternoon, I think the fever broke, and I felt better. Started to get back to a little bit more of what the normal second week of the cycle is, which isn't that great, but it was better than having this added complication with the sickness and the events I was feeling. Let's move to the blood work. Good news from the blood work is the total serum proteins trended downward, which was nice. They were kind of staying steady and bouncing. They clearly trended downward. Again, had implications for the M protein, which has implications for affected cancer cells also decreasing. I'll leave that as an implication. Again, until you pull out the M protein from analysis by protein electrophoresis and get that specifically, that will be done later down the road. But clearly the trend was good to see that because it's convoluted in that serum protein. Anyway, that's a positive result relative to the cancer. I'll let the oncologist speak more on that when I hear from him, which will be next week. Maybe he'll mention that and his comments on there, and then I'll mention them here, but I don't want to say anything more. That's it. I typically also say during this period of time is what? Organs functioning well. Organs still functioning well. This week, organs not still functioning well. Liver, yes. Kidneys, no. I told you there was a trend having one of the values moving away from the norm. Last week it came back, so nothing to worry about. This week the value shot up, which created a clearance calculation that wasn't good. It was a lower clearance calculation that we're comfortable with. That low clearance calculation led the oncologist and the team to decide to decrease the dose of one of the chemo drugs. Not excited about that. That's the decision of the team. But again, I'm of the, we're in the battle, we die in the battlefield. I'm not going to let this cancer beat me here. If you don't have any kidneys working, you're not going to be taking too many swings on the battlefield. So I understand. Kind of a mixed bag results from the blood work. Effect on the cancer was good, but effect on the kidneys was not so good. And again, most likely related to the chemo drugs, since that's the side effect that they have. And this is the egg game you play, the balancing act you play. You want to kill the cancer without killing your own cells and make your adjustments as the data shows you. From the results on Thursday, a big drop from the previous week on the hemoglobin. Remember, we were at that 7 range. The decision was made, we'll wait till next week, see where we're at. It dropped all the way to 6.3. Again, probably affecting why I was so tired as well. On Monday and Tuesday, I had the hemoglobin was taken down pretty significantly on top of the sickness from there. And typically the second week is a bad week for chemo anyway. A trifecta of things were adding up to a not good week for me. With the hemoglobin at 6.3 from the blood work on Thursday, clearly we're going to do a transfusion of blood on Friday. Not only 1 unit, but 2. And anemia is a side effect of the chemo, which is why you have to keep an eye on this, because it's adversely affecting a key aspect of the body. So transfusion based on the hemoglobin was set up for Friday, so I had to come in early. We moved to Friday. Transfusion went fine. Then in there early at 9. I didn't leave the infusion center until, I think it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But that's the nature of the beast of this chemo process. Just any chemo person will know this and probably smile. That's what happens. Sometimes with 2 polypoints blood, I had to stay there that long. Obviously, in the meantime, they mixed up my Velcade, and I took my Velcade, and I had taken the dexamethasone. The protocol is exactly the same. It's REFLIMID, oral capsule, and oral tablets, dexamethasone, and the Velcade sub-Q injection. What's been changed is the dose of the REFLIMID capsule has gone from 25 milligram down to 15 milligram, which again, next week off REFLIMID, so I don't have to worry about that. But starting for cycle 6, which will start next Friday with the dosing, it'll be with the newer, lower dose. That's again from the results on the adverse effects of this drug on the kidneys, just to play it safe, based on that clearance calculation. Want to protect those kidneys. Might that also be a disadvantage against the cancer? We'll see. We don't know. We have to look at the results. Next week I meet with the oncologist, so I should have a little bit more verbals from him to pass along. But that's where we are. I mean, this is maybe a little bit more bad news than good news this time. I'm not sure. But this is how it is. I bring you guys in. It's not just for the good stuff. It's not for the bad stuff. It's for everything. So you see what it's like dealing with this on a weekly basis. So again, comments below, please. And hang in there with me. And I'll see you next week.